Hey guys, CR Classics here, welcome back to another video. This video, as you may see, is the reveal of my next car. This isn't the Tesla that I'm in currently, this isn't the Lotus, as you can tell. This is the next car. So let's crack on with the video and show you guys what it is and tell you the whole story about how this car got onto my drive. So guys, before I show you the car itself, which is actually a couple of inches behind the camera, I just want to go through very briefly how much I owe this amazing car to one person, and how much I was helped by one person who I stumbled on by complete chance. Basically, I was looking at these cars and I'd narrowed it down to I wanted an Abarth. I'd looked at Audis, I'd looked at Minis, and they just didn't pop enough for me. They just didn't get me going without getting a real top spec one, which would take all my money. Even quite a sticky situation. But the Abarths were a little bit cheaper, but I felt they really had the personality that I was looking for in my next car. So I rung around after, must have been 20 or 30 cars, and one of those cars really was the top of my list, and that was being sold by a company called Cheshire Cars. And it was a podium blue, Abarth 595, very low mileage, not a mark on it, absolutely mint like it came out of the factory. So I rung up Cheshire Cars and spoke to a gentleman called David Billsborough, who is the co-owner and sort of the man behind Cheshire Cars, who runs it all. One of the nicest people I've ever really spoken to, especially in the car world. So honest, so open to passing on his knowledge to especially people my age and people who are, I like to think, passionate about cars. But he told me he'd taken the phone the day before asking if this young lady could take the car for a test drive. And David, being the honourable man that he is, had said to her that because she rung up first, she had first dibs on the car, which I wasn't too happy about, but I respected his sort of way that he operates, is to not get a quick sale because I had the money, I was ready to buy the car, but she's seen it first, so she, you know, had the decision to make, and she decided to buy the car, which was, you know, I was quite sad to have lost out on a car like that, but he promised me if I stuck with him for a short amount of time, he'd find me one equal to that car or better. And my goodness, did he step up to that. Now we looked at, I was looking at cars as well. I was always checking Auto Trader, eBay, all things like that everywhere, sending him the odd car, but he was really doing the majority of the work, checking everything, and there were a few cars which I said, that's perfect, that's really good, that'll be perfect for the date that I want to have it, that's really good, and he had to tell me, no, this isn't the car for you, Callum, which at that time I was quite sort of miffed about. I wasn't really sure what he meant, but I think he had a vision in his head as well of what I wanted, what I really wanted, and he didn't want me just rushing into a car because it could get to me quicker. He wanted me to have the right car, and well, he really delivered. He spent a long time, and we had lots of conversations at all times of the day. That's the perfect thing about David, is he doesn't, or to me it didn't seem like he shut at a time. His phone was always there. I could always ring him and he'd pick up no matter what time of the day it was. I remember speaking to him at 9-10 o'clock at night with a few little not emergency things, but a few things that I needed answering at the time, and he always picked up, and he was always so honest about cars. I mean, he could have, you know, sold me number one or two. He could have said, this one's fine, this one will do, I can get it to you in a certain amount of time, it'll cost you this much. But he didn't. He made me wait a while, not for more money, he made me wait a while to make sure it was the right car, because I was certain after seeing that blue one, I wanted the car to come through Cheshire Cars and have the process that they give to the cars, because I knew it had come to me like it just left the factory, which was really amazing. So I've got to say a big thank you to David, and I'll put links to Cheshire cars in the description to this, because I'm sure plenty of you guys out there will be looking for cars at the moment. And he has an amazing stock of very low mileage, very high spec cars, ranging from Range Rovers to Volkswagen Golfs to smart cars. He does a lot of cars, but they're all guaranteed to be like they were when they left the factory, and you'll have one of the best customer experiences of your car buying life. I do promise you that, because that's what he can deliver. And he also offers a car sourcing service, which is more what he did for me, although the car did come through Cheshire Cars. So obviously you give him a car that you want and he will go out and find the best possible one for you in an amount of time, to save you doing all the hard work. And to be fair, I can't think of anyone who has the knowledge that he has and the experience that he has, who knows the car market like he does. So I definitely think he is the person to go to for advice or sourcing or buying cars. I will definitely be using him with any modern cars that I buy in the future, if they're going to be second hand, or any advice. So yeah, without further ado, enough babbling on, let's show you the car that he's found for me. And there she is. So this is a 2017 Fiat 595 Abarth in, I believe it's Campovolo grey. This car had done 11,000 miles when I picked it up. It's fairly standard actually, believe it or not. I know it looks like quite a high spec version, or I think it does. It's got the standard wheels, which still look pretty badass in my opinion. It's in this beautiful sort of pastel grey colour, which hasn't got a single mark on it. It's got these lovely Abarth 595 logos all over it, which I really love personally. And the main thing I think with these Abarths, it's got these bad boys. So it's got this big sort of angry, aggressive splitter at the back, with those twin tailpipes, and inside it's got a beautiful little touchscreen in the middle with these gorgeous Abarth seats with this lovely hole in the middle and this sort of suede top of the seat, and a very nice sporty wheel with the centre line in the middle, things like that. It's quite a similar layout to the Fiat 500, but it's got a few little extra things like this turbo gauge here, which is quite a nice little effect, and this leather sort of pod that goes over the clusters in the middle. The centre is, as on most Fiat 500s, it's the same colour as the exterior paint of the car, so it's very nice inside, absolutely mint. At the front we've got this big aggressive bumper with Abarth written inside, and the nice Cheshire Cars number plate as well, with the big Abarth logo in the middle. So in my opinion, I'm not sure what you guys think, it looks badass. It looks exactly like I wanted it to look. It looks smart, it looks sporty, especially this back, this angle at the back really does make it look exactly how I wanted it to. And these new lights as well, this is the Mark IV version of the Abarth, so it's got a few little added features. Also has this quite big, almost overhanging spoiler, which obviously on the normal Fiat it had stopped there, but Abarth have added this on to make it look a little bit more sporty. And just these little black separators here, things like that, just make it look very, very nice indeed. So guys, this is it. This is my 2017 Fiat 5 or Fiat / Abarth 595. And personally, I just can't believe it. I can't believe I've got what is effectively a new car. I mean, it has 11,700 miles on the clock. It was owned by one very careful lady owner. It came through someone who only takes the best cars, and he offered me the best deal that I could find anywhere else. He wasn't expensive, he was the best deal I could find, he was the best car buyer I think I've ever met, or car dealer I've ever met, and I've done nothing but smile ever since I've had this car. And at the end of the day, that's all I was after, was something that I'd get in every day and it'd make me smile. And don't get me wrong, a lot of you may be thinking, I do have a Lotus there, that makes me smile just as much, but this is to take the load off that. This is so I don't have to take the Lotus anywhere as a everyday car. This is my new everyday car. I'm going to be spending a lot of time in this, so I wanted it to be right. I didn't want it to just be something that I just, you know, have to drive from place to place and just does the miles. I wanted something that really would make me smile and make me want to go places, as we've got a lot of exciting things coming in the next few weeks and months, and this car is going to be the car that takes me, you know, to those places the majority of the time. So, and I'm now looking forward to going on those long journeys in this car, because I'm sure, as you know, a lot of you may you know agree, it's a lovely, lovely car, and it was exactly what I had in my head the whole time I was looking for one. So David really has picked out a perfect car for me here, and I'm going to be doing a full walk around of everything on the car, all the little cool things it does, a drive sort of review of the car with you with me, and shots of the car, you know, driving around, things like that, to tell you really what it sounds like, what it feels like, what it drives like. But this video is just going to be, or just has been, a reveal of what car it is that I own, and I think I'm going to leave you with the sound of it, which really is a key part of this car and what they are famous for. So I'll just start it up and we'll finish the video on that, I think. Thanks for watching guys, and enjoy.